Something smooth yet sinister, coming through to diminish you, and this here's the finisher. Check it out.
What is going on, guys? Trey coming back at your screen by means of the World Wide Web. And today for you guys, what we're going to be getting into is the Yellow Flash, which is the Paris trial. Alright, so it's the newest trial to date in Global Brave Frontier. So I'm going to show you the squad real quick that I used, and then we're going to go ahead and get smack dab into it. Alright, so squad is just a little bit unique. Probably one many people kind of roll with the squad that I use. But this squad got the job done, guys. If I was to change one thing, alright, it would be to probably take out this unit here, Avani. Take out Avani and put in a unit that gives HOT. That's kind of something that I knew I needed, but slightly overlooked in this video. Alright, but we were able to get the job done with this squad. Just something that may help you a little bit better is to use a unit that gives HOT. Alright, so let's go ahead and get right into the battle, guys. Alright, so this is a two-part battle. Alright, you gotta fight Paris in her 6-star form. When you get her down to low HP, she transforms into her 7-star form. Alright, so I got all of the information about Paris off to the left hand side of the screen, pretty much all of her attacks, guys. Okay, so all of her information is off to the left side. Everything you need to know, really. So in this first battle, just record, guys. Okay, the only thing you need to worry about in this first battle, if you look off to the left side at 60% HP, she has a move called Echoing Thunder. She's gonna put a Thunder Shield on herself that has 250,000 HP, and you have 3 turns to break it. Alright, at 30%, she's going to do it again, but this time it's called Roaring Thunder, and the shield will have 300,000 HP. You still only have 3 turns to break it. Alright, as long as you break that in 3 turns, you'll be a-okay. Alright, if you can't break it in 3 turns, that is just a warning letting you know that your squad is not strong enough to complete this trial. Go back and pick a new squad. Alright, reform your team, because that's basically the only real purpose of it. Alright, so really the only thing that you must have for this trial, guys, it is not optional. You must have a unit that gives BB gauge when your squad gets attacked. All right, if you don't have that, you will not survive this trial. Main reason being, there are many parts in this battle where she will not drop a single BC, guys. She won't drop any at all, and pretty much the only way you're going to get BB gauge is with your own team. Whether it be BB gauge on Spark, BB gauge when you get attacked, BB gauge over time, however you get it, there are many instances where you're going to have to pretty much rely on your own squad to refill your BB gauges, okay? But all the information for Paris off to the left side, this first battle is fairly straightforward. Nothing you really need to watch out for as far as make sure you're using the UBB at this point or that point. You don't really have to worry about that, alright? So, quick squad explanation. This squad has a few things that overlaps, but I intentionally did that, alright, to make sure that we never came up short. Alright, so one thing you'll notice, 2 mitigators. Another thing you may notice, 2 units that give BB gauge on attack. Alright, and so on and so forth. Well, I'll break each unit down. Let's start with the Dore. So we use her mainly for the 120% increase in attack, defense, and recovery. Okay, she also gives you the BB gauge on attack and increased light elemental damage. All right, so but we mainly use it for the stat boost. Hale at the lead ensured that we pretty much always did well on BB gauge. All right, her leader skill is excellent for this. Just make sure you give her a sphere that negates elemental damage so Paris doesn't wreck her. Okay, all right, so quick break away from the squad explanation. Now we're getting into 7-star Paris. She's going to bring out Ragan and Charlotte, guys. Your objective is to try as fast as you can to destroy these units. This is where you're going to need the HOT, guys. All right, I believe it's Charlotte. She inflicts you with DOT. If you don't have HOT to counter it, you're not really going to fare too well. All right, it's going to hurt you pretty bad. I kind of didn't have that in this squad. It did hinder me, yes, as you'll see in the video here, but we still were able to get it done with not too much of a problem. Okay, so after you take them out, Paris is going to remove all buffs on herself, and her shield is going to be gone. You have 5 turns to deal as much damage as you possibly can to her. All right, and then she's going to bring out Raga and Charlotte again, and then you pretty much gotta rinse and repeat until you get up below 50% HP. All right. Now back to squad explanation. We use Zarya. BC AC drop rate increase. All right. It is handy when you can get BCs and ACs. All right. Other than that, that aspect of her SBB not really too handy. All right. She's also able to heal. All right. She came in good for that. One thing you also want to make sure you do is in the first battle, the very first time you fill up your overdrive gauge, I highly recommend you use Zarya UBB. Not only is it 75% mitigation for 3 turns, but she also increases max HP. All right, this definitely helps the survivability of your squad. Highly recommend that your first overdrive is that. Her SBB is also unlimited. She also paints with all status ailments, which is going to increase the damage that you deal to pretty much all the units. All right. Next up, Avani. All right, this is the one that I recommend you sub out for a unit that does HOT. All right, Avani, she definitely helped us out on the spark side of things. She also came in handy with the BB, able to inflict status ailments. All right, because these all these units, including Paris, can be inflicted with status ailments. All right, Roggen can be injured. Charla can be poisoned and cursed, and then Locke, who's going to come out a little bit later in the video, can be paralyzed and cursed. All right, so Avani did help with that with her BB. All right, her SBB does raise normal hit count. There are a few instances where a few units will be dry on SBB, guys. They won't have any BB gauge. Okay, so you're still getting pretty nice damage when you increase the normal hit count with her SBB. Okay. We got my boy Krantz. Krantz, just good mitigator, guys. He's really good, really useful. Okay, the fact that he heals on SBB is just outstanding. Right, absolutely outstanding, and it definitely came in handy for us here. All right, there were, I don't really think there were too many times I had to really worry about using his BB. All right, for removing status ailments. It was mainly his SBB with that healing capability, guys. It's very handy. But hands down, the star of this squad is LeBird, guys. All right, LeBird. Shout out to Kiran and the Brave Frontier Brave Hearts Facebook group. This is his LeBird. Very, very helpful unit. He is pretty much crucial to knocking this trial out. All right, LeBird's leader skill is just so great. 40% boost to HP and defense. After you take a certain amount of damage, he automatically mitigates damage on the following turn. You get BB gauge boost when you get attacked, which also stacks with his extra skill and his BB and or SBB, guys. All right, this guy's just the bee's knees. He mitigates. He can reduce the enemy's attack. He can give you BB gauge when you get attacked. He's just a very solid unit, and having him on your team really makes this trial that much easier. Okay, it honestly does. So if you don't have your own LeBird, hopefully you have a LeBird friend, because he is key. His UBB was also crucial because I only used Zarya UBB once, the first time I got overdrive gauge. After that, it was pretty much all LeBird. Right, it was all him every time we got full overdrive gauge. So big shout out to LeBird. Okay, very key unit. Now we still going through the motions with Roggen and Charla. All right, we gotta pretty much rinse and repeat this until we get pairs below 50% HP. So we're getting there, not quite there yet, but we are getting there. We got it around 60% right now. So just keep on grinding away, guys. This is the longest part of this battle. All right, once you get her below 50% HP in her second form, you can pretty much take this away. All right, the battle doesn't really get difficult after that. And there's only really one more thing you have to watch out for, okay, which I'm gonna have off to the left side of your screen here in just a little bit. All right, so just keep on grinding away, guys. So we got at roughly what, 52-53% HP. Went ahead and used the hero crystal because I didn't want to fall short. All right, without having 75% mitigation up for 3 turns. All right, so definitely helps keep my squad alive. Okay, very useful to have LeBird, like I stated earlier. So we're gonna wreck them one more time. We'll put it down below 50% HP, and we'll move on to the next phase of this battle, guys. All right, all these extra units that come out, Locke, Charla, Roggen, the only attacks they have available to them besides the normal attack is basically their BB and their SBB. All right, so as long as you know what the unit does, That's really all they're capable of doing. Hence the reason I didn't really put their information in this video. All they can do is BB and SBB, guys, okay? And they have 500,000 HP each. That's pretty much all it is to the extra units besides Paris. Alright, so you see here we just took her below 50% HP. She calls out Locke, and Locke is nothing really to worry about, honestly, guys. I did make sure I focus on Locke just to go ahead and get Locke out of there, get him out of the way. But he's nothing to be afraid of. That's really all he does is that breath-stealing bow. That's really all he does. Honestly, the only point of it really was to give my squad BB gauge. That's really all it is. It's a very weak attack. All right, very, very weak. So just focus on taking out Locke real quick. All right, shouldn't be nothing too difficult. Just run on through him real quick. 500,000 HP. You should have a pretty strong enough squad to mow that down in just a few turns. Get rid of Locke, and then we'll move on to the next phase of the battle. So let's see, probably about another turn. Yeah, I say next turn, Locke is going to be done. Career over. Alright, here we go. Say bye-bye to Locke, and then it's just Paris. Alright, so next thing we got to worry about with Paris. Alright, when she gets to 20% HP, as you can see out there to the left side of the screen, she is going to activate her overdrive. Alright. When she activates her overdrive, she's going to get a pretty massive stat boost, okay? And she's going to get some superb mitigation. There's pretty much no way you're going to take her down to 0 HP with that mitigation. Now, 4 turns after that, she's going to use a very powerful move called Thunderbird Strike Marduk. Now, as you're going to see in this video, I was able to survive it without 75% mitigation. But to make sure I did, I used one mitigator and guarded the rest. Alright, now granted, the mitigator that I used did not die, which could have been because of the spheres, guys. Alright, my friend LeBird has the Schism Orb, which can reduce damage by 25% on top of the mitigation you already have, okay? So, I just made sure that I had some mitigation ready and guarded everyone else just in case, and we easily survived it here, as you're going to see, guys, okay? So him, mitigate, guard the rest, and we swallow it. All right, nothing really to it. Now, if you have UBB and you can use it right there for that 75% mitigation, I highly recommend it. That way you can keep the damage going and pretty much ensure that your squad is going to stay alive. All right, but if you don't, feel more than welcome to do what I did. All right, I had already used my hero crystal previously, so I didn't really have the means to use UBB at the time, but what I did worked just fine, as you just saw, guys, okay? So yeah, this squad got the job done. They do work, definitely do work. All right, so use the UBB. We got the 75% mitigation. That means for the next 3 turns, I pretty much ain't worried about nothing she can do. All right, now after she uses that overdrive attack, Paris has literally no more tricks up her sleeve, guys. At this point, it's just a race to get her down to 0% HP and get this battle over with. Alright, so just keep mitigating, keep your HP high, and keep hammering away at her, okay? And that'll be that. Nothing too bad at all. Alright. So when you defeat her, you get a sphere, the Schism Orb I just told you about. 15% boost to all stats. Give you BB gauge when you get attacked, and a possibility of mitigating 25% of the damage that you take. It's a really good sphere, guys. All right, and it's even better for LeBird. It's perfect for LeBird, honestly. But that's the sphere. That's the reward. In addition to, I believe you get a gem and a whole bunch of Zell and Karma as well. All right, so I'll show you guys the sphere after this battle, and that'll pretty much wrap this one up. Alright, now the only thing I thought was just a little bit funny, I'm gonna let the video play here a little bit more, but the one thing I thought was just a little bit weird, let me just see here. See, she didn't revive, so I thought she revived at 0% HP, but she didn't, so I guess, I don't know, but that's gonna wrap up the video, guys. So hope you enjoyed it. Wish to join the Facebook group. Link down below in the description. Otherwise, I hope this video helped. Questions, comments, leave them below. Thank you for watching. Please continue to like, subscribe, favorite, share, comment, and everything else. And of course, I'll be back to your screen with more Brave Frontier Global soon. Enjoy the video, guys. Later.